commission. I see Mr. Franshaw.
Yes, sir.
You still here, Mr. Fred? He would like to address the commission. Public comment. Mr.
Public
Fred, you have
comment.
3 minutes.
I like that.
3 minutes.
I don't think I'll need 3 minutes. If you don't know who I am, I'm Fred Shaw. 4 years ago, I kind of picked up the baton to move the monuments here to the visitor center. And it was tough the first 3 years trying to get enough backing to get it done. But the commissioner started it and gave the first donation to make that happen. So you guys should be applauded because that's what you did. You stepped up. And at this point right now, I'm tickled to death to be able to move the monument up here and make this the focal point for the county as it should be. When people drive by, they need to see what we think of our veterans. And I think this is the very greatest way to honor those veterans is by putting up the monument and then putting out the bricks to honor those veterans. So we've come a long way. We're still short of where we need to be as far as finishing up the monument. Looks like we're going to put together the planning commission this week and look at pouring the pad. We've got a couple different designs that we're going to finalize. And as soon as the weather breaks, I want to pour that pad and get it moving that direction. I've already talked to Hutton Monument Company. Matter of fact, talked to them Friday, and they're about 2 months behind. So as soon as we get a good idea of when we're going to pour, I'll let them know, and they'll put us on the schedule so we can get the monuments moving. And then we've got to look at flags. So that's the kind of the next phase once we get the pad poured and get everything set up there. So that's where we're at. You guys started it. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. If I don't know, I'll just make it up. But that's okay.
How far are you off though, as far as money was?
Estimate right now, probably 20,000.
Are you still selling bricks?
Yes, we will continue to sell the bricks. All you have to do is talk to Addison in the mayor's office. And there's no limitation on the bricks. It could be a veteran that's still alive. It could be your grandfather. I'm going all the way back to William Morris, the only Medal of Honor winner we have here in the county. I'm going to do a brick for him. I think it's just a way for us to honor all of our veterans. And I mean, it's super. If you've seen some of the sidewalks and some of the other monuments, it's moving to see it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for when we get this done, this is a moving thing for the county. Yes, sir.
Are you planning on moving the soldier from the courthouse out here?
No.
Okay.
I'm looking at another place because me personally, in talking to the group, we think that might detract away from what we're trying to do, is setting the monument up in honor of veterans. But I'm not planning on getting rid of them. I've just got to find another place for them. So I'm open to more questions.
Fred, I will say this. I appreciate everything you've done. We've worked on this hand in hand, and I'm going to be honest with you. If it hadn't been for you driving this thing and the committee that we put together, we would have never got as far as we got. The commission give us 5,000. Y'all turned it into 35,000. And that's where we sit right now. So thank you. We're gonna finish.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But I just wanted to come and say thank you guys for starting this off. And like I said, it's an honor to work on it because I believe that it's the right thing to do. And the right thing to do is not always easy, so we just keep doing it. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it.
7 o'clock, we'll call the meeting to order. If you don't mind staying, I'll ask Commissioner Tinker for
Holy Father, as we start off this new year with our first meeting, Lord, I pray, Father, that you lead us, guide us, and direct us throughout the year, Lord, that you give us the wisdom to do everything we need to do. Father, that we do everything fair and above the board, Lord, Father, which we usually do. But Father, I do pray today, Lord, that you bless our military wherever they are in harm's way, those who are deployed, Lord, their families, yes, Father. And Lord, help us get this monument done out here, Lord. Father, I do pray, and I thank you that we dodged a bullet on this ice storm, Lord. I thank you for keeping your hand on Stewart County. Father, I do just love you and praise you and thank you today. In Jesus' holy name I pray. Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time we'll ask for roll call.
Elijah Thomas.
Here.
Brian Teeber.
Yep.
Justin Booth.
Here.
Rick Joyner. Shane Cates.
Here.
Eric Watkins.
Here.
Terry Fitzhugh.
Here.
Vince Gray.
Here.
Archie Cryer.
Here.
Melissa Fields. Bradley Jones.
Here.
Clint Mathis.
Here.
Mark Dork.
Here.
And Alexis Taylor. Here.
Thank you. Number 5 is the approval of minutes. Those will be regular session from December the 1st. Motion approved. Motion by Mr. Watkins. Second. Second by Mr. Jones. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Number 6 is the approval of the bi-monthly reports. They were in your packet. If we have any questions, we can get those answered.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Joyner, second by Ms. Fields. All in favor say aye. Are there any opposed? Number 7 is Stewart County's debt management policy. It's an annual review that we have to do for state statute. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Motion by Mr. Cates, second by Mr. Joyner. All in favor say aye. Are there any opposed? Thank you. Number 8 is the Stewart County's cash flow forecast. This is the acknowledgement prior to the issuance of debt. An annual cash flow forecast was prepared for the appropriate funds and submitted to the comptroller's office and been reviewed. Do we have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
By Mr. Fitzhugh. Do I have a second? By Mr. Joyner. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Thank you. Number 9 is the approval of notaries. We can vote on these all together, or if there's some that you want to pull out, we can do that as well. Motion to approve all of them. Motion by Mr. Mathis. Second by Ms. Fields. All in favor say aye. Abstain. Okay. Abstained by Mr. Thomas. I believe that is his wife. Any opposed? Thank you. Number 10 is the budget amendments, and I'll turn that over to Mr. Dorch.
Budget and finance approved all amendments, and with that said, I will make a motion to approve.
I'll second that, sir. All right, at this time, we will ask for a roll call vote.
Elijah Thomas.
Yes.
Brian Teeber.
Yep.
Justin Booth.
Yes.
Rick Joyner. Shane Cates.
Yes.
Eric Watkins.
Yes.
Terry Fitzhugh.
Yeah.
Vince Gray.
Yes.
Archie Cryer.
Yes.
Melissa Fields. Bradley Jones.
Yes.
Clint Mathis.
Yes.
Mark Dork.
Yes.
Alexis Taylor. Yes.
Thank you. Number 11 is to approve the agreement between the Tennessee Department of Health, Stewart County Medical Center, and His Call Incorporated for eFax and Sensaphone additions.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Mathis. Second by Mr. Jones.
Question.
Approve that money so we can vote.
Question.
Yes.
I notice you're next here. Just about all our departments are going to this HISCO. Now, I don't know, I'm asking, do we get anything for bundling everybody and saving?
Yes, we've saved a lot.
You know, rather than this one, that one, this one, that one, at different dates and times, you know, would it be feasible just to combine it, all of it, from this point to this point? You know what I'm saying? Instead of every meeting a new department wanting to get in.
Well, essentially, that's what they're doing with the money savings that we're saving when we go to them.
But I'm just saying,
But
a blanket, cause everybody's in it. And we always come back to Hisco, every meeting we have, Hisco's on there for another department.
Who's left?
You do it one time for everybody and get it done, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
no, I get that completely. But honestly, they're all on separate budgets too, so I don't even know what the complexity of that would be. For example, the courthouse and then the sheriff's office is already swapped, medical center swapped. All that's left after this is, I think, my office, right?
No, we're on here. You've got election, juvenile, but there's some questions there because of the annex. And library, I think.
Yeah, we have had some things that have popped up, but I'll talk to them and
It just, you know,
they have saved us a lot of money. And so far, I don't know who, Clint, are you happy with their service still? Sure.
would it be a savings if we done everybody at one time?
I mean, I'll ask, but 3/4 of them's already there.
Ask.
I will. I'll ask. I can do that. All right, all in favor of the agreement stated by saying aye, please.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Thank you. 12 is approve the agreement between Stewart County Mayor's Office and his call.
See what I mean?
See that, I think.
Motion approved.
Motion by Mr. Joyner, seconded by Mr. Cryer. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Number 13 is to approve a grant of permanent utility and temporary construction easement. This is in the Stewart Houston Industrial Park. This came up somewhere around August of last year. And what they're asking for is a 5-foot easement. And that is, to use Bones' analogy a while ago, this is where we don't have to come back all the time and keep getting these because their utilities are going in the ground. So that's essentially what it is.
Motion approved.
Motion by Mr. Dorch, second by Mr. Thomas. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Number 14 on your agenda tonight is we had something that we've already approved once, but it had to come back because the dates were changed. And that was with Vanderbilt University Medical Center purchasing the clinic next door. So this is just to solidify their bond with Metro, but they had to change the date on there, and we didn't. It was I felt like it needed to come back before us.
So this is the same thing we approved before, just to change the dates.
Yeah.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Watkins, second by Mr. Gray. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Number 15 is the approval of surplus property. Looks like we got some picture frames.
Motion approved.
Motion by Mr. George, second by Ms. Fields. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Thank you. All right. Good news. It is time to discuss possible distribution, whatever you guys find necessary, and let's talk about impact funds. I have a few things that I feel like the county needs some help on, and this will be a good time to take impact funds that are not derivative of our tax dollars. It's not tax dollars. This is the impact fund that I went and spoke with TVA about 2 years ago, and we finally got put on the list. So I'll start off with my ideas, and then you guys can take off with it. The most heavily impacted community in our county by TVA is Cumberland City. And I don't know exactly the state of Cumberland City's funds, but I know there's no way that they have the tax base to keep up with those trucks that are killing their roads. It is my opinion, and I'm asking you guys to consider $250,000 of our impact fee going to Cumberland City. I don't know any other way to put it.
Who takes
They're
care of
heavily
the road?
impacted.
Who takes care of their roads?
Cumberland City does.
They pave them too?
They're contracted, but yes. They don't have a road department, but they do contract it. And there's, and some things that are kind of tough for Cumberland City, so unless it's a state of emergency, for example, our road department, Ronnie can't go down there and put anything on their roads. Now, during state of emergency, which we just had, he was able to help out when he could. But they don't get a lot of help at all, and you know, I mean, it's
Are you saying to stipulate that for roads or for whatever?
No,
they,
no,
whatever
no,
let
no.
their board.
they have a board that's
Right, they're all-
that was elected. So when I spoke with the mayor there and a couple of the aldermen, their big issues are roads right now. They are.
It's everywhere.
I mean, I guess.
I would ask the question, are their roads worse than ours in certain areas? No, Ronnie, you've seen them, so you want to speak up? Is it that bad over there? I mean, roads are a conversation that I have on a weekly basis. I'm sure you do, and most commissioners do.
And in this allocation, just to jump ahead, I mean, I'm asking for road money too.
Yes, Cumberland City's got some bad roads. They don't have their own paving to do, but there are certain roads that fall in Cumberland City. Just say, like Spout Springs, that's in Cumberland City. But I can maintain and work on that road. Like if money was allocated for a certain road in Cumberland City, and it wasn't in the city limits, there's several roads I could help them with. We can pay a mile for $100,000. You contract it out. You're looking at least 2. So to get a road in Cumberland City paved 1 mile is $200,000. We can do 2 miles for that. But as far as the inner roads in Cumberland City, some of them are pretty bad.
Can they contract you with the county?
That's what I was about to say.
They can.
Keep it in-house.
Huh?
Keep it in-house, contract with the
I
county
can,
to actually do this.
because we can even join in with Houston County. They made a law where county can help county, because every county is not like my county with the guys that I got that has their own pavers and stuff like that. But the only way I could do, just say they picked a road in Cumberland City, just say Wallace Road. I can't pave that road, but if Boo and she sends me a letter requesting my help, then I can legally go up there and pave anything that I'm requested to do. But I can't go up there and pave nothing in Cumberland City.
Given your workload, though, is it something that you would be wanting to put on your agenda?
Absolutely. If it's paving, I could spend $100,000 in paving in 3 days.
So even if you went to Cumberland City and worked for Cumberland City, you can still do it for that 100,000, not the
Yes,
200,000.
I can.
Okay.
I can, but it has to be requested from the mayor and the commissioners. And I have to let it publicly be known I'm working in Cumberland City.
Mayor, are you saying the conditions of the roads are due to the trucks and the plant? Is that what?
Not all of them, not necessarily. What I'm saying is the influx of people, and for example, the 1,100 employees that are at Kiewit that are traveling through Cumberland City every day. So that times that by 2 going and coming, and then yes, the truck traffic is.
When I patrolled for the county, I was thinking, why would a truck be on Congress Street? Like a dump truck or something.
Well,
That's what
but if you go to every house that was vacant this time last year in Cumberland City, there's a yellow truck sitting in front of it today.
So you're talking about like the workers.
Yeah, it's
Now, on those impact funds, we were told that one of our meetings we had, that each district had so much impact money that they could use. Is that still true, or did you renege on?
Well, no, but because I talked to a lot of commissioners that said they did not want to do that, and I did not want to put that out there because I thought that was my idea, but I didn't want to push that on you guys. I don't push, and then I didn't.
So
We sat there for a year we sat there for a year and didn't allocate it, and, so I asked some commissioners, and a lot of you commissioners that I talked to said, how do I pick this road and not that road in my? in
Well,
my
that's just
district?
roads.
We had the flood impact that
That's just
one of the
roads.
meetings we talked about, push money into, when we had the flood and y'all were behind, some of that money, am I correct?
We did. Yeah, we pushed 100,000
So what's remaining now?
as of today. 1.5. We can go back and do the exact same thing we talked about, but I just know that there's a few things that if we're to a point now that we can settle some of our capital stuff and not have to push it off on budgetary issues. And we can safely do that and help a lot of the county out by doing this. If y'all want to take a certain amount of money and allocate it to each district, I'm okay with that. I thought it was a great idea in the beginning. But I do see the concern with some of the commissioners that have spoke up and said, we don't know how we would choose because then we're going to choose one of our kids over the other. So that's why I said, well, we need to stop back and point. And we have our second allocation in now. No, because I knew you weren't going to agree. I wasn't going to go out there and beat it.
We have volunteer churches and stuff and places for tornado shelters and whatever, and I know one in Mound that could use a hand tearing that roof off and putting a new roof in.
Yeah. So let me go through my list real quick, and then you guys, and then that way, because that is on my list, and I'll tell you why, because the 9 or 10 churches that have jumped in with Clint, Joe, and I in this safe space, we figured out in this storm that there's no warming shelters, and if you live in Indian Mound, you cannot get here. Now, the sheriff's office and some of the emergency personnel, the fire departments, they could have, they had it planned out. A lot of people on Facebook got on there and said, you can't, they didn't plan this out, but we did. We just got lucky and didn't have to implement our plan. But the plan was if someone got stuck, we would get the personnel there to get them here. If we can take some of this impact money and push out to these churches, my example and what we spoke about this week was, if we go to one of the safe place churches and say, hey, we are willing to give you $15,000, we want you to match it with $5,000, and we would like to see a generator in your church. And we would like for you to open up for warming stations, not shelters. Shelters get you in trouble from what we looked in, but warming stations. And, used it such as that. Or if you said the roof was not capable of holding a certain amount of snow or ice, we're seeing that today across the county that people didn't know they had anything wrong until the great thaw happened, and now we got roof damage. So that's in.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a needed. I've spoken to that church.
Right.
They definitely.
I know they open up every time there's bad weather to be a safe place during the tornado, and it fills up too.
So what I was thinking about, and I'm not asking you to vote right now. I'm just telling you what I was thinking. I was thinking 250 for Cumberland City, 100,000 in that safe places warm shelter program. That would allow for somewhere, in that $12,500, $15,000 neighborhood to give to these places, so that each district will have a representative for a safe place and a warming shelter or something that will maintain electricity. I would ask, because I know for a fact, well, let me go back and say this. Am I correct? This afternoon we got designated into the declaration
For public assistance.
So we got they put us in with the state of the declaration today. So state of emergency. So we will be able to get some monies back, but the highway department, let's don't talk about the freeze and the foot of ice that was on the ground. Let's talk about the roads that we need repaired, the potholes that we're losing kids in, things like that. And there's nothing more impacted by TPA than our roads right now. So I'm asking for $250,000 to go to the highway department. We have cleared it with audit. Audit had a little issue with it last year, but then they realized that it was impact funds that we took it out of, and they said, no, that's perfectly fine. So Heather spoke with audit and they said, absolutely, it's okay. So I would say that is a huge necessity.
So we talking about 250 for Cumberland City?
Yeah.
Roads, but to the highway department
No,
to do it?
I don't think we can stipulate roads because they have bigger, I mean, that's their largest need, is what I'm being told, but they have an appointed board that is.
And allocate their money better than we can.
That, yeah, I don't tell them they all have to spend it on the roads and them sitting there with no water, which is what happened, this last week. But I mean, I understand what you're saying for sure. So that was, those, the jail. Clint and I personally went over there and watched as the 4th unit went down a couple of weeks ago. It's gotta have HVAC. I think if we start this in a slower process, maybe taking on one at a time and getting these things replaced.
How many is there?
How many units is there? I don't know. There was 6 in there where we were, and they're in bad shape. So, but again, I don't think tackling them all at one time. I don't want to take a unit out that's working fine today.
How old are they?
It's the original, so.
About 10 years.
10 years. But now, understand that the warranty went out the day they opened the jail. So it was never, they got some happened where they got there fast or something. I don't know. I don't know. But, and I don't know what that's gonna cost. I would say somewhere around, in that, I don't know.
It's gonna be high.
I don't know. I would say,
10 years on a commercial unit is something that doesn't seem right. Commercial units lifespan 17 to 20 years.
Yeah, they're really falling apart, wrestling.
yeah, this,
But if you don't
Those
use
trains.
If you don't use that impact money, you'll have to put it in the budget. And then put it back, right? We
I
don't
want
Yeah.
to see.
impact money.
so, I mean, you could put like a not to exceed amount or we could just get a couple of estimates and go from there. Either one of those are fine. That was just one of my things that is actually needed. It's needed. I think right now we have 4 down. We got 2 up before the cold hit. And so we have 2 down still. The volunteer Stewart County Fire Rescue, they have found a pumping truck, which they greatly need. They are asking for $50,000 to be appropriated for that pump truck, and then they will take care of the rest. I don't know what the rest is. I didn't ask, but they said if we would allocate that much, they would take care of the rest of it. And and then one of the main things that I feel like that we need to look at tackling is a county operated fire service. And there's several reasons for that. But one of those main reasons is, guys, our citizens most of them are sitting in an ISO zone rated 9. Their insurance, probably yours, just like mine, has gone up. And the volunteer spirit across the state, we talked about this before, is gone. It's literally leaving this daily. And the folks that do volunteer, we have found a dead zone. Clint and Joe have identified the amount of calls that went unanswered or in some sort of way. Maybe wasn't enough personnel to fight the particular fire or the wreck. The time frame, Clint, what is that time?
Yeah, so, it's most prevalent during the day hours when people are working. So that's like 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So work is your work, people are at work. So that's our really hard time.
So what we have kind of put together is what would a used truck and gear cost, and treat that in our impact money. And then we can go and talk to Heather about finding the money for a one-time or one person, 2 people, whatever that looks like. This isn't set in stone. but I would much rather use impact money for something that impacts the entire county directly, either safety reasons or ISO reasons, and let those people start working with the volunteer fire services to help aid them in those hours when they can't be there and do things like that. And then two other things on my list. One is the utility districts. Two main utility districts, North Stewart and West Stewart utility districts. Both of those utility districts can need help. I've spoken with Charles. Dover is in good shape. Cumberland City, I felt like we were addressing with the other money to Cumberland City. If they need help, they can take it out of that or whatever. But North Stewart and West Stewart, we got guys. I know you've heard the talk about sewer lately, and I'm not saying I'm anti-sewer, but guys, we got families that still need water. We got families that still need water right now, and we have to work on beefing these districts up to try to push water to places that we can help.
My understanding, they don't want to do an expansion. Is that true?
I can only speak for North Stewart right now. What I'm fixing to say is because of the last two meetings that I've been at. They had a clause installed that they didn't put any new water lines in the ground. They would replace water lines, and the only new water line that I'm aware of that they put in the ground was when they ran the fire hydrant that Mr. Eli got donated. They ran it on down to, not Wildlife Road, but Lower Cross Creek Road, and did that in the mound. So
You know
the
what?
last meeting, they decided to rescind that clause, and so they rescinded that. They voted to rescind that and take it out. So when I said, how can the county help? How can we help you guys out? They said, we don't have the money to put any pipe in the ground. So we have impact money. Again, it's not going to put a lot, but if we can start, they had a bid of, at that meeting, I'm not for sure where it was at. They had a bid that said $70,000 for close to a mile. That's about what theirs was. So
the gentleman that's doing it is doing an extremely discounted rate because he is also wanting to run a water line to a portion of his property. The cost of materials, he brought the estimate for materials there. And
But does that figure sound right
that's well,
per mile?
yes and no. There's stipulations to that. One, if you hit rock, so you have to have a rock clause. And for two, the digging, right? So if you hit rock, obviously your man hours are going to go up. So I believe, if I remember correctly, the gentleman gave a price per hour plus his material, correct?
no, that was two meetings ago. That's correct. But this last meeting,
Oh, that's right. He gave a total lump sum bid and with a rock clause in it that you guys, that inside would carry a contingency. And here's my thing. Whether the money is, whether the dollar is right at the end of the day, he's going to sign the contract.
So he can't change because he's
So
on
he can't, no,
contract.
he cannot come in there and say, oh, well, we underbid by $30,000.
Ain't nothing he can do.
No, he'll have to.
I was just using that figure to give you an example of what I've talked to two different contractors since then, and they said that is extremely cheap. But again, if what they have worked out for them would.
If I remember correctly, it wasn't a mile. Was it 3,000 feet?
29.95.
So it's
actually
it's short. Yeah, a mile is 5,280 feet. So you're 2,000 feet off. But
So half mile.
yeah, but still, the money. If you were to actually bid that out to somebody else, you're probably looking at twice that, if not.
Now, that's that one particular project, but I'm talking about expansion in general. 70,000, what equal?
Well, that's that one project. I believe he's also got another project going down Wine Hollow, is that correct? Wall Hollow? So Wall Hollow, which I believe the contractor's accepted a lot of liability by providing his own materials, correct?
Going to the utility districts, provide the vehicle, the materials, and he was gonna put it in, and he was gonna guarantee the work.
Yeah, so I think the number 70,000, it's gonna have to go up because you obviously want West Stewart too, correct?
Yeah, but
Well, you're just talking about handing them her.
What he was talking about is that's how much he wanted to put in the first
I was
$3,000.
just using that for a reference on how much water line, because I seen Mark squinting over here when he started talking about water lining, because it's expensive.
It is.
It's
yeah.
expensive.
But also, in saying that too, they're not using ductile iron pipe anymore. They're using HDPE pipe, which is less. It's cheaper, but it still has the same. It still specs out.
I just think, you know, listen, at the end of the day, because I didn't know this until I was an alderman of the city of Dover. Citizens think, most citizens think when they move here and they turn their water on, the county owns it. The county owns none of that.
Right.
But if we are in a position to help, and we are in that position right now, we can help. And I think that's where I stand on the utility side of it.
Well,
I would like some accountability as far as, and without going and being completely rude, I don't want to see new trucks out here once the county gives them however much money. I'd sure hate to see a brand new truck running down the road and then nothing get put in the ground.
well,
So,
you
so
know, that's, as long as they don't come up with another deal like they had. He said they rescinded that.
I'm correct on that? Yeah, they rescinded that.
Because that was part of the original agreement, why we split up all that grant to start with was West Stewart, North Stewart,
That's correct.
and Dover. So everybody could expand, do what they needed to do and start expansion. And then when I heard that they weren't gonna expand, I went through the roof. But they rectified that.
Yeah.
So they rescinded that and
So he's back around.
So, okay, and then,
How much money will work?
I think 150 between the two. It's not a lot, guys, but it's what we can do comfortably right now, and it would help.
How are you going to do that? Because West Stewart does not have the customers that West Stewart.
Just thinking off the cuff, you know, West Stewart has 264 customers, and you're looking at 1,100, 1,900. So I mean, maybe 150 or something to that effect. I'm open to opinions, but
The only way I would agree to it is that you stipulated that it was for line expansion.
Absolutely.
yes.
I think we, myself, need to educate a little more about what's going on in that district when it comes to the water. As far as, it was all about.
Keep it in the bank till we get ready to put some lines in.
That's right.
That's my point.
well,
Can we stipulate it to a project?
but I will say this now. Speaking with West Stewart in the past, let's just go back 6 months. They're still talking about meter.
I was gonna say, they probably.
So to say sticking lines in the ground might not, because right now, and Archie can tell you a little bit better than I can, but if you have water with West Stewart and it's your lake house
It's flat fee.
versus you stay there year round, you pay the same fee. And what they want to get to is a metered collection data point where they can do that. So I would say I don't have a problem with them coming back and saying, can we do that to you guys? And y'all saying, yeah, that's fine. But I feel like that would be a positive.
Yeah, the infrastructure of that over there has got some work that needs to be done. You gotta figure it's put in by one person at one time and it's been developed and over, but I think they're on the right track with the board. I spoke to somebody today about it, but I don't think I'm educated enough to figure out, because they were talking about meters and people calling about why are we getting meters now, never had it before, but any 4th of July or any holiday, people are going without water because the water pressure's not there. You know, and the cost to run the business being that they're all wells. Basically, it's a well every, I think there's 7 or 8 wells that are all pushed together, running into one water source, and the upkeep on that has become a problem. But to the mayor's point, it's like, well, what if they all shut down tomorrow? Then we got a major
catastrophic issue.
Well, if there's a stipulation for expansion, an expansion open, that's what it needs to be.
Well, can you not change your stipulations on both districts? Cause both districts need two different things.
Absolutely. I think you can.
How do you pick which road gets the expansion? Is there a way of doing, asking to see how many, if you run it, I mean, I don't mean that they're gonna hook a meter up to it, how can you,
In that 2,000 feet, there's 12 meters already ready to be put on.
they've already agreed they want to hook onto it?
Yes.
And I think the utility board has to do its due diligence to make sure that it's a profitable. Because with the one gentleman that we're talking about running his own water down Wall Hollow, he's asking for a 2-inch tap. Well, he's wanting a lot of water. That single meter right there, was it $12,000 worth of
It was $6,000 for the tap.
Well, $6,000 for the tap, but there was $12,000 for the material.
The cost of the material.
Yeah, and that would see that'll pay for itself in 2 years. They'll be making money off that, which will in turn benefit their other customers. But I agree, just Justin, that there's got to be some due diligence done. I say if you guys decide to allocate the $150,000, I think they need to have a representative when they get ready to go, come back and stand in front of you guys and say, we're fixing to put 1 mile with that 100,000, or we're fixing to put in 25 meters with, and then
I would like to see a plan of their expansion.
I agree.
I think all of
Plan
this
of
should be
their expansion.
up in front of the.
Where are we going first, second, third, where are we going in the next 5 years expansion?
they have an expansion plan out there, but
I seen that thing on the wall, it didn't specify nothing.
and I think I seen 2050 is the class. But 2050 should have water everywhere.
Is there any grant money out there for any expansion?
There is grant money, but it's more than anything. There's like bond issuances and low interest loans for water districts. There is grant money, but it comes around once a year mainly, and it's competitive. So, and I think once we show these utilities that that we're buying into it with them, let's get it going. And I think, I'll help them apply for grants. I don't mind. I've already told them I would. I mean,
Will they use it? I wouldn't let that, but I get called weekly from that individual you're talking about.
yeah,
And to hear him tell you give them $20 million, they wouldn't put an inch of line in.
we're not. I don't. Unless y'all say different, we're not giving them any money until they get it in the ground and they bring us a receipt. I think this is a reimbursable allocation of funds. That's what I think.
I'm all for
I like that idea.
They'll do it.
That's right. I would give it to them. They'll do it.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
it's a-
and if they won't, they won't. Then we've done our part as the legislative body. But I don't know. I just can't see them not wanting to take that money and help out. I don't think that's the intention of the board. But we'll see. They got a meeting next week, so.
Well, it's like you said, I don't wanna see somebody driving a brand new water truck down the road there.
Yeah. The only other thing that I had, and I was sitting with the commissioner of the Department of Agriculture at the red light one day, and he said, what's the next funding now? I said, man, we gotta do something with our courthouse. It's old, it's in good shape, so it doesn't need a bulldozer. It don't. I mean, it's functionable, but the outside looks rough. And he said, well, where is your courthouse? And I said, it's over there. He said, I'm sorry. He said, Mayor, I thought that was y'all's jail. It's not. It's not our jail.
I think it's actually the second largest one in Tennessee.
It was, yeah. So with asking that, I would love to see, I would like for us to put $200,000 towards exterior of the courthouse, and any monies remaining, we can
First
either
step
run back
Who
or,
wants a second?
because I don't know, it's gonna take somebody way smarter than me to decorate this thing, but it looks bad. It don't look good on our county. I think with the skipping around a little bit, but with us pulling the time capsule up this year, I did not know that was a coffin that was buried in the ground. So when that comes up, and hopefully we will have the memorial ready to bring that stuff over, would be a really good time to go to work on that area right then and start doing some facelifting.
When does the coffin come?
The capsule comes out of the ground on, what's the first night of the fair? September the 24th. So we'll probably have to remove that for inspection between the 20th and 24th.
So that pad out there needs to be ready by the 24th.
Out here? Yes. Yeah.
They're still $30,000 short.
20. They're 20 to 25,000 is what we figured up short. Yeah, on the Veterans Memorial.
Are you done with your wish list?
Yes, that's not all of the money. No, I mean, I think I don't remember what the math I did today was, but it was.
Well, then can we help them out so we know they were paying?
The Veterans Memorial? Well, yeah, I mean, we give them $5,000 and they raised another 35. The whole thing, they're wanting to put it, it has grown. What we originally had in mind to what it is now is really going to be something to see. So
I'm giving another $5,000.
I second that.
Let's give them another 20,000. Just finish it. Why are we going band-aid it, nickel and dime it?
that's up to y'all. I'm glad with that.
You're in a good mood today.
Thanks.
No, I'm ready.
I've been on nonprofits with you.
Correct, absolutely. The thing is, what matters to us? What's important, right? They're important to me.
Yep, I would agree.
Yeah, 4 members of my family veteran.
Yep.
And if we're gonna throw this money away on revamping the front of a courthouse, let's put it.
We're not throwing it away. That pig needs lipstick.
Okay, well, you're not wrong, but I ain't gonna argue. I think we give them the money to finish. I mean, they're putting the effort in.
Make the motion.
I second that.
I don't know where the motion came from. Make the
I
motion.
make the motion to give them the $20,000.
I second it.
Hang on, Mark, are you going to withdraw your motion?
Did I have one?
You have 5,000.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll drop mine.
I second
Make the
that.
motion to give them
I got
$20,000.
outspent.
You've been outspent.
Okay, and the second one was, this is new money, so I'm sorry, I didn't roll call on this, so you can have a roll call. Please.
Yeah. Elijah Thomas,
Yes.
Brian Cheever,
Yes,
Justin Booth,
Yes.
Rick Joyner, Shane Cates.
Yes.
Eric Watkins.
Yes.
Terry Fitchie.
Yes.
Vince Gray.
Yes.
Archie Cryer.
Yes.
Melissa Fields. Bradley Jones.
Yes.
Clint Mathis.
Yes.
Mark Dorch.
Yeah.
Alexis Taylor. Yes.
Fred left too early.
Yeah, he did. I'll message him.
We'll get that taken care of, guys. It is, I mean, our veteran
well,
community
we
is,
just spent about $970,000 or better, so,
floor's open. I mean, that's all I had.
I mean, as far as your wish list, the only thing I would probably ask is, to get a bid on the HVAC units, to just go take a look at it live after 10 years. I don't mind going up there with the sheriff and looking at it myself. Like, that's what I do for a living, as far as with training, and at least get a concept. I know we dealt with the school before, and Nashville trained opinion, promoted something there, so, have no problem with that. Pumper truck, though, I mean, I would agree that they're in need. The fire service thing, I think we probably all got to talk about, because that's a long-term plan. Would you say, Ricky? As far as having, like, people on site all the time?
There are discussions now with EMA and like subjects.
Yeah. And utility district, like I said, that'd probably be one that I probably need to show up to one of their meetings to learn more about on my side.
Next one.
I think I'm not probably educated enough of what's going on over there. All I hear is complaints.
Well, can I make a motion to go ahead and give Cumberland City the 250 and the highway department 260 tonight?
Yeah, you can make any motion.
If that motion's made, it needs to be said very specifically if we're going into prior year's funds by state audit. From transfer to the highway, I just need to make sure it's worded a certain way, because I'm not gonna have any rules to make sure the charitable contribution, that's so I just wanna make sure they're not.
No, I just.
I think you'll be able to have it in hand.
The money going to Cumberland City, though, how should we stipulate that where we do the work as far as our funding? I don't mind giving them the money, but if we have a road commissioner here willing to do the work, so we have the manpower here to do it. Let's pay our own people instead of third party coming in, costing twice as much
You're talking about to give the highway department I mean, all.
to spend over there.
Yeah, I mean, all the commission can do is transfer the money to the highway department because they have completely separate logistics, accounting, payroll.
So,
I mean, they're not the same as the general county.
yeah, well, what I'm saying, stipulation is they sign an agreement, they're gonna spend $200,000 over there on the roads, and the commission come back and vote to give them the money based off that stipulation with a contract saying they're gonna do it.
I mean, that's more of a legal question. I don't know about a contract between us and the highway.
Can they keep this money in the county allocated, like in your budget, or do they need to get rid of it by certain days?
But right now, the money is also in the general county fund 101. So if we want the highway to do it, we would have to do a transfer, and we have to say a specific way because the first amount of funds we're using for the prior year. So I just, state audit has given me a management disclosure of how they want to word it, so it's very clear and transparent how we're giving it to them. Because you've already established a fiscal 25-26 budget of how much you give the highway. We don't want to get into all that before we transfer money.
Does anything need to be specified as far as giving money to Cumberland City, Heather?
Cumberland City?
Yes. Mark's motion was to, his first motion was to allocate $250,000 to Cumberland City.
So we'd be giving to the town of Cumberland City directly.
Impact funds.
I mean, I honestly, I need research. I'm not sure if there's some kind of stipulation state on mid-year. Like
So.
What I would like
in
to
turn, we
see,
can make the motion pass it, she can check the audit, and then pending audit approval.
I think you should allocate your money and then request them to come forward, because when you start dispersing this money, you have no control.
Mr. Mayor, what I would like, I know we made a motion, but what I'd like to see is all this get put on paper. Who's getting what? Cause right now it's a free-for-all and it's flying out the door. Put it all on who's getting what, and our next meeting, we'll take care of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I agree with you, but I
You
didn't
know,
make the
this is
motion,
what
I
we
don't make
got.
motions, so you have a motion on the table to.
Okay. I just want to be able to get the motions and the money in certain areas that's going to go to. I don't have to do it tonight.
Allocate it.
Yeah.
Would that give us time to find out a bid on this extra?
Yeah, they get time to look at that and the pumper truck and whatever else. But I would like to see it all on paper, allocated, this for that, this for that, this for that, this for that, instead of a free-for-all.
Now, Rick, what about that pumper truck? Is that thing gonna be on hold? I know last time we found one, it was gone.
I can't put one on hold like
So
that.
we need to,
So you found.
that needs
one
to be,
already?
I've got little notes on that tomorrow. It is not a pumper, it's a water hauling tanker. What
Oh, it's a
it is.
tanker.
It's a
2,000
tanker,
gallon?
yes.
can we vote on that
Science
tonight?
purposes.
I want to make a motion because.
Yeah, can we make a motion on that tonight?
I will pull my motion and let them take care of it.
Here we go.
Okay.
I just don't wanna lose it like we did the last one.
Now, do you know what it costs, Rick?
Yes, sir.
How much is it?
5,000.
5,000?
55,000. Let's get it. Yeah.
Plus get in here.
But y'all are gonna take care of the 5,000 in the transport?
Correct.
I make a motion to
Second.
approve 50,000 for water tank for Stewart County Fire and Rescue.
Station
Mayor,
one.
I have a question. I'm sorry, but you're saying you need it immediately?
We can take it out of existing funds and then.
Okay, because anything that goes to a charitable contribution, you'll have to amend the resolution to the charitable. So if some decision's made tonight, I'll have to come back and bring it back, yeah. So it'll be an April. Okay.
We didn't need to make that all. We got it.
Okay. Can you state your motion for the record,
We were
Mr. Pryor?
50,000 to Stewart County Fire and Rescue for the purpose of a water tanker for public safety.
I have a motion by Mr. Pryor and a second by Ms. Fields. I would ask for a roll call vote, please.
Elijah Thomas,
Yes.
Brian Teeber,
Yes.
Justin Booth,
Yes.
Rick Joyner, Shane Case.
Yes.
Eric Watkins,
Yes.
Terry Fitzhugh,
Yes.
Vince Gray,
Yes.
Archie Cryer,
Yes.
Melissa Fields,
Still thinking.
I wasn't thinking out, well, when he abstained, aren't you on the fire department?
Not with that one though, with Brownsville Short Creek's outside of Stewart County. The truck would not have any impact on it.
Yes.
Okay, Bradley Jones,
Yes.
Clint Mathis.
Yes.
Mark Dorch.
Yes.
Alexis Stewart.
Yes.
Okay, so discussion on anything that you guys see that we have a lot of needs and we have a lot of wants, so, yeah.
If something comes up later, and we want it in writing, we're gonna have to have time to check with audit and get it in writing, so it'd be better if you could talk about it now, or at least let the mayor know before the next
Well,
meeting.
we've been talking about
Yeah, yeah.
it, but, you know,
If there's
like
any
I
other
said,
ideas out there?
it's just resolution after resolution after resolution. Here's the paper, how's everybody wanna vote?
But if you have something specific, you may just wanna let him know.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, we're putting our ideas out there, what do you want me to bring back? What do you like, what do you not like? I've heard from Mr. Cryer, that's the only one I've heard from. as far
Mayor,
as-
I'd like to make a motion to give that 100,000 to the safe places, because this past, I mean, it could have been really bad with people being cold this ice storm, so if they can get generators and have running stations, that'd be fantastic. So I make a motion to give that 100,000.
And understand that this is you guys allocating the money, not
Right.
Heather will go,
Yes.
after she wrings my neck tomorrow, then she will go through and do all the work.
You probably covered it.
I'll take it tomorrow.
I have a question on that goes off of middle teachers.
I got a motion on the floor in a second by Mr. Thomas, now discussion, go ahead.
Okay. How are we gonna divvy this up between the 9 and 1 stations? Because we need a roof on the truck,
Which church is it?
the Methodist church.
One there on more,
Hope.
Glory.
Not
Where?
one.
I reached out to her and told her my idea, and they loved it, so
Down for
it's not like, I don't think we're funding the whole roof.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
No, so we're gonna help them?
230 or
Yeah.
I think you, that's why you should keep it, so they can come forward and you can determine what you want.
Yeah, but the other one.
Once you guys get it, and I'll get the money allocated, I'll bring this back to you, let them come before you, you guys decide at that time whether you wanna put this into Heather, and she's gotta check on some audit stuff.
Last year, that place was packed.
So I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on the $100,000 safe place money? At this time, I'll take a roll call vote for allocating those funds.
Okay, Elijah Thomas,
Yes.
Brian T-Bird,
Yes.
Justin Booth,
Yes.
Rick Joyner, Shane Case.
Yes.
Eric Watkins.
Yes.
Terry Pitchu.
Yes.
Vince Gray.
Yes.
Archie Cryer.
Yes.
Melissa Fields.
Yes.
Bradley Jones.
Yes.
Clint Mathis. Mark Dorch. Alexis Taylor.
Yes.
Have that for you when we come back and be ready to go with that.
Oh, Mark, you might as well put your motion back on reserve before they run out.
He's got Jonas Diaz to run, so it's.
Before we run out.
If you, again, it's all.
I think you can allocate
Yeah.
it. You may not be able to spend if audit comes back and says, no, you don't need, I don't know. Exactly.
Well, I want to do $250
$9.
one.
Give $250, you're getting.
Highway department, the government.
Well, let me, let's, the allocation is fine, but let's just understand that it's gonna be based on audit and then brought back here for an actual vote. I think that's the safest way, don't you think? If we're shielded, I mean, we're not releasing funds for allocating.
Is that only on criminal money?
Motion is on the table to have $250,000 of impact money and going to the Cumberland City Council, and then $250,000 of impact money going through to the Highway Department. That is the motion on the table by Mr.
So it's only 250, now 250 twice.
Yeah, 250 twice.
255.
Can we do these in two separate motions?
No, you don't need two separate.
He made the motion. I have a motion and it's been properly seconded by Mr. Gray. Now we can have some discussion if you need any. No discussion. I will call for a vote, please.
Elijah Thomas,
Yes.
Brian Teeber,
Yeah.
Justin Booth,
Yes.
Rick Joyner, Shane Cates,
Yes.
Eric Watkins,
Yes.
Terry Fitchie,
Yeah.
Vince Gray,
Yes.
Archie Cryer,
Yes.
Melissa Fields,
Yes.
Bradley Jones,
Yes.
Clint Mathis,
Yes.
Mark Dorch, and Alexis Tate.
Yes.
How much money we got left to spend?
Not
Three cents.
That means I broke down.
3 cents.
Yeah, anybody got any idea? I mean, we're still sitting about 400, so, you know, if it's
Hang
something you
on
wanna
to it
speak,
till we get this all figured out.
I may okay with that, but I wanted to give you your options, if there's something that you're passionate about, or you see that we're not gonna address.
So there's one on there that I'm passionate about, but I'm not really voting.
Okay. Is everybody satisfied with what we've done, allocation wise? Okay. You were satisfied with that? I'm not even asking you yet.
Don't answer. I'm sitting here looking at her.
I feel it.
Yeah, I feel it.
All right. Guys, well, at this time, if y'all are satisfied with that, we'll bring those all back to you.
I know, make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, I'm not ready yet.
Oh, shit.
Number 17 is new business.
Table
I wanna, thank you again for, letting me work with the AASC. You know, you've seen a lot of stuff on the internet about the walking trail grant, and people were confused that was a county grant. That was not a county grant. That did not go through county commission. That did not go through county budget. That was an athletic association grant that Kendra and myself, I helped her with, and she helped with, and we got that. No tax dollars spent, none of that. With that being said, I applied for a little shy of 400,000 with Kendra again to renovate Hickman Creek area, and we were awarded that last week. So no new tax dollars, and we just got awarded another $400,000 to go into recreation in another side of the county. So yeah, it's money that again, I've stated this, but apparently not enough. The old hospital sold; it went into a fund, and
You have a good friend.
and we have a good friend there that's passionate about our county. She's worked in the county before, and she's passionate about it. And she's helped us tremendously, and we thank her tremendously. But again, $400,000. So total money in county, and the money that was used was $250,000 that you guys put forth 2020, I believe, or 2021. You know, we asked them to not spend that money, the ASC, and let us go look for grants. We did that, counting that $1.2 million project that just got finished up for the ASC. They're going to have an awesome set of lights down there now. Counting that with no tax dollars at this time, y'all put $4.1 million, and we're going to be putting $4.1 million in parks and recreation over the last 4 years. So I think we've done our due diligence and all that we can do for parks and recreations. Now we got to finish them up. We still got a pavilion going in, 30 by 60 pavilion, and a $250,000 playground going in at the community park. Indian Mound should be finished up end of March. I talked to them today. And then Cumberland City, the school is down. That was what they asked of us. The school is down. They're not back putting dirt in, if I'm understanding correctly, till next week maybe. And then that pavilion is set to land in 2 weeks. So they'll have a nice pavilion down there for families to hang out at. And again, it's moving along. And I also would like to say from our office, and probably with you guys' blessing, that we sure do appreciate the hard work that the essential workers put in over these last 2 weeks. And I say essential workers because if you were not an essential worker, you weren't on the road. And those guys, they're still working at it. I appreciate all the departments. I don't want to start singling them out. But, you know, our CEMC guys got done and got shipped off to other counties right away, and they're kind of looking at guys. Somebody else stole them from us, but they had us ready to go, and we appreciate every one of those guys that did all that. New business wise, I believe that's all I have for now. Do you guys have anything you need to discuss or ask or state? Or you don't have anything, Melissa?
Man, we run out of money.
Oh, you let him talk.
Yeah, the only question I had was that sidewalk multimodal grant, is it still going, it's still moving along? The side.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, they had the NEPA report, and then, what's the report for that? We had a bad frog, or good frog, but it was a bad situation. What's that? I don't remember what it's called, but the report came back that they had to get through, just like, I think Rick had to do with maybe the bats when they built this. So it has been hung up, but yes, it's still in full motion, still set to go in, and it's just taking forever.
Frog?
It was a certain frog. They say I'll bring the report next
Yeah,
month.
we got bats in industrial park, we come to cut trees a certain time of the year.
Yeah, they had to do it in the report, and that's what come up within a mile or something. There was one reported. I don't know. It was. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Seconded by Mr. Deutsch. Thank you.